So let's review the basics of color correction before we start doing something fancy. Basically, we have two shots. We've got a white guy by a window, and we've got a flag that was shot in S-Log, and they both need a basic color correction setup because he's far too red in this shot. And what we're going to do is we're only going to color correct the second half of the shot so I can see the difference that you've done. The first thing that we want to do is just white balance this shot, and so let's click on something white, and that warms it up. Let's click something else, like something that's gray, and see what happens when it makes that white. Okay, we'll call that a good basic start. Now, looking at our RGB parade, we want to drop our black levels down so that they're touching. We want to pull our whites up. Let's play with the shadows a little bit, put a little more contrast on his face. See what happens if we pull down the highlights and increase the contrast. Let's play with the blue on his face. Alright, so we'll just call that a good basic start for our image. Now in the S-Log, basically what happens is the camera was set up to take all the white and black information and color information and squish it all down in the middle like it shows right here, and so we need to stretch it out when we get into the color correction. So we'll pull the blacks all the way down, we'll pull the whites all the way up, we will pull down our shadows. Let's pull down our highlights for right now, and let's pull down our exposure a little bit, and let's boost the contrast, and let's pull down our whites just a hair, and then let's white balance on this part of the flag. That made things too warm, so I'm going to hit Command Z and undo that. And I'm going to boost the saturation a little bit. Alright, so that's a good start. So in color correction, what we basically want to do is two steps. We want to balance the shots, and then we want to give it a look. And if our shots are kind of matched to each other within a scene, then we can save some time by adding a color adjustment layer on top and color correcting that to give it a look. So here we'll click on New Item, we will click Adjustment Layer, I'm going to call it CC, and I'm going to pull it on top of our shots. Let's go to our guy, and we are going to add a lumetri there, and basically what I want to do is I want to take a look at SL Clean Fuji C, and we see how that takes how that affects his flesh tones, and I think that's pretty cool. And let's adjust the intensity. And then let's see how it makes our flag look. Not much change in the flag. And then we'll hit Command M. We'll call it your name. Basic CC, export it, and post that to Canvas.